On a beautiful 84-degree afternoon in Southern California, welcome to Angel Stadium for the third of a four-game weekend series between the Los Angeles Angels and the Kansas City Royals on Baseball Night in America. Hi, everybody. Kenny Albert along with Eric Karros. The Royals have won the first two games of this series. Kansas City on fire, season-high six-game win streak led by the sizzling Lorenzo Cain.
Well, this Royals ball club has really been swinging the bats well, hitting home runs at a record pace. In the last week, they lead all of baseball with 16 home runs. Now, Lorenzo Cain, he's the one that's really been swinging it. Just this month, he's hit 8 home runs. He's hitting .368. Look, in the last week, he's clubbed 6 home runs. The 2015 third-place finisher in the MVP is playing like he used to, and he's led the Royals back to only 2.5 games behind the division leaders.
Cain with 3 home runs in this series over the first 2 games, 8 in the month of June, as Eric mentioned, leads all of baseball. On the other side, the Los Angeles Angels have been without Mike Trout for the last 2.5 weeks, but a victory today, and they will get back to the 500 mark.
Well, and we still have an opportunity to watch future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols, only 1 RBI away from climbing into the 10th all-time spot. Again, one of the truly great hitters to ever play this game.
Pujols and the Angels look to get back on track after the Royals have taken the first 2 here in Anaheim. On Baseball Night in America, the Kansas City Royals and the Los Angeles Angels coming up next on Fox. For the Angels and the Royals, Kansas City comes in with a record of 32-34 under manager Ned Yost. Merrifield, Bonifacio, Cain, top of the order. Hosmer in the cleanup spot. Then Moustakas, Cuthbert, bottom of the order. Escobar, Gordon, and Butera. As the Royals get set to face 27-year-old right-hander Alex Meyer.
And this man has a lot of potential. Stands 6'8", 6'9", gets the ball up there about 97, 98. A great curveball. Just needs to be more consistent. Needs to throw more strikes.
Meyer at 6'9", former first-round draft pick of the Washington Nationals. It's his 9th start this season, 15th of his career. Merrifield leads off for the Royals. 3 for 9 over the first 2 games of this series, as Meyer falls behind 2-0.
Yeah, Merrifield's done a nice job moving into that leadoff spot, setting the table. Always a good at-bat.
19-game hit streak earlier this season for Merrifield. Now 3 balls, no strikes, with Bonifacio waiting on deck.
You know, one of the things that Meyer has issues with, again, when he's not as consistent throwing strikes, that pitch count elevates. By the 4th or 5th inning, you're talking 90 pitchers.
Called strike now, 3-1 on Merrifield. And Meyer's last start Monday against the Yankees did not make it out of the 5th inning. Went 4 2/3, to your point, through 93 pitches. Now the 3-1. So Meyer works his way back into the count. It's now full.
You know, and when you talk about his velocities, 97, 98 miles an hour, also the wingspan, when I talk about the wingspan, the height, and he's delivering the ball that much closer to home plate, it gets right up on the hitter.
Payoff pitch from Meyer is popped up to the right side. First baseman Valbuena makes the catch for out number 1. Defensively for the Angels, Valbuena, Espinosa, Simmons, and Escobar around the infield. From left to right of the outfield, Young, Maben, and Calhoun. The battery of Meyer and Maldonado. 1 away, top of the 1st inning, as Jorge Bonifacio steps in for the Kansas City Royals, who won this series opener on Thursday, 7-2. A 3-1 Royals win last night. Bonifacio just 1 for 9 of the series, batting .258 overall. Once again, Meyer falls behind in the count. One and one.
You see that pitch, 97 miles an hour at the knees. And we're talking about a release point that is a lot closer than that 60 feet 6 inches. You know, maybe getting across the plate at 98, but your reaction time as a hitter got to be much quicker.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Simmons, 2 away. Our keys to the game sponsored by the Lincoln Motor Company.
Well, I stayed up all night thinking of these, Kenny, and this is what I came up with. Meyer's got to get the ball over the plate. So if you're Kansas City, make him throw strikes. The Angels, they've got to solve this staff. They have been futile against the Kansas City pitching staff this year. They just don't score runs, and they don't know why. It's just one of those things. It's just not a good matchup. Maybe that changes tonight.
The Royals 5-0 against the Angels. Angels have scored only 6 runs over the first 5 games. Here's Lorenzo Cain. Went deep on Thursday and then twice last night. He's hit 7 of his 10 home runs on the road this season. Facing Meyer for the first time. Cain falls behind 0-2.
Meyer's worked ahead right now. He's got the 2-strike count in his favor. Usually likes to go to the curveball here. Kansas City not a great off-speed hitting team.
Well, Meyer retires the side at the top of the 1st on 12 pitches. The record of 35 and 36. They've lost the first 2 games of this series. Cameron Maybin will lead off, followed by Cole Calhoun, then Albert Pujols, Yunel Escobar in the cleanup spot, then Valbuena, Simmons, Eric Young Jr., Maldonado, and Danny Espinosa, as the Angels face 24-year-old right-hander Jake Junis for the first time. Junis making his 4th Major League start all this season.
He had a real good start against the Padres on Sunday, and it didn't start off well, but he was able to give them innings. Usually the second time around, at least early on in his career, he's had a little trouble. It'll be interesting to see how he attacks these Angel hitters.
Here's Cameron Maybin, swings at the first pitch. Deep center field, Kane back, looks up, it's gone! On the first pitch from Jake Junis, Cameron Maybin goes deep for the 4th time this season, giving the Angels a 1-0 lead.
Cameron Maybin wasted no time. This is a fastball right down the middle. Actually sneaks over the inner part of the plate. You know, a lot of times as a leadoff hitter, you're taught to take some pitches, work the count. But there are other times where you can ambush the pitcher. You know, that pitcher wants to get comfortable, set the tone the right way, get that first pitch fastball over. Maybin didn't let him get it over.
Here's Cole Calhoun. He falls behind 0-1. For Cameron Maybin, his 50th career home run. He hit his first on a Fox broadcast back in 2007 off Roger Clemens.
Oh. It's a nice one to start with.
0-2 on Calhoun. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 15 games.
See Junis on those last 2 pitches going right to the curveball. He goes with a fastball here. It's got to be out of the zone. In off the plate. So now you'd expect something low. Got to go back to that curveball, you would suspect.
A 1-2 from Junis, missing low and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Escobar across to retire Calhoun, 1 away. Defensively for the Kansas City Royals, around the infield, Hosmer, Merrifield, Escobar, and Moustakas. From left to right of the outfield, Gordon, Kane, and Bonifacio. The battery of Junis and Drew Butera, giving Salvador Perez the day off. Angels with a run on the first pitch they faced from Jake Junis. Cameron Maybin took him deep. Here's Albert Pujols with 601 career home runs, facing Junis for the first time. As you mentioned, Eric, he is 1 RBI behind Mel Ott, who sits in 10th place all time with 1,864.
I don't think we appreciate how great Albert has been. I think we you know, sometimes we look at the numbers now, and this is still a very productive hitter. Is it the guy that for a decade put together one of the best runs that's ever been done offensively in baseball? Some of the things he did in St. Louis, again, won't be repeated.
Now in his 17th Major League season, 6th with the Angels. 3-time National League Most Valuable Player, 10-time All-Star. 9th on the all-time home run list. Payoff pitch from Junis. 3 hits for the Angels in last night's game. We mentioned coming into the game today they had scored only 6 runs in the 5 games against Kansas City this season.
See, Albert right there is fouled off 2 fastballs, and basically a hitter's count. And he hits some mistakes, and he'll hit some good pitches, but this is a guy that, again, in his prime, those things were way back.
Shallow right field. 2 out as the catch is made by the second baseman Merrifield to retire Albert Pujols. So here's Yunel Escobar. Escobar, after a slow start, has the average up to 270. 1 for 8 with an RBI in this series.
And one of the things that the Angels have been beset by injuries in the starting rotation, but on the other hand, the offense, it just hasn't got going like they had expected. You combine that with Mike Trout going on the disabled list. They really have done a great job just to stay around 500.
Trout underwent thumb surgery back on May 31st. Back up the middle. Great play by Merrifield. Escobar is retired, but the Angels take the lead on the first pitch from Junis Maben with his 4th of the season. By Witness the End. War for the Planet of the Apes in theaters July 14th. Back in Anaheim, Kenny Albert, Eric Karros, Cameron Maben went deep for the Angels. They've taken a 1-0 lead on the Royals as Eric Hosmer leads off against Alex Meyer here in the top of the 2nd inning. Middle of the order for the Royals, who went down in order in the 1st.
Eric Hosmer swinging the bat well, especially this past week, but really you go back to the very end of April. Started off miserably.
Now batting .310, 7th in the American League. He's 5th in the league in hits. And since April 26th, Eric, he has the 3rd highest batting average in all of Major League Baseball, behind only Marwin Gonzalez and Aaron Judge after that slow start that you referenced.
Yeah, remember, this is his free agent year. A lot of talk of
base hit into left field. So the leadoff man is on for the Royals. They're in the top of the 2nd inning. Well, tonight we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Every home run and strikeout in this game raises money for prostate cancer research. Since June 1st, more than $3.3 million have been raised in the challenge. You can make a pledge by going to homerunchallenge.org, and you may have noticed the specially designed uniforms and caps players on both sides are wearing on this Father's Day weekend to raise awareness and funds for the fight against prostate cancer. Strike one to Mike Moustakas, who leads the Royals in both home runs and runs batted in. 99 career home runs. He hit his first right here in Anaheim back in 2011. Los Angeles area native. Nothing in 2.
Well, this is another one of the guys that the Royals have to decide what direction are we headed. You know, part of this core that has had so much success, that created so much goodwill, brought a world championship to Kansas City. He and Hosmer, Kane, Escobar.
Hosmer takes his lead off first. The 0-2. Moustakas missing low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But the 2nd time now when Meyer gets ahead 0-2, he goes to the curveball. He was able to get Lorenzo Cain. Just missed right there with Moustakas.
The 1-2 from Meyer. Meyer wins the battle. His 2nd strikeout. 1 away.
Went back to that curveball, and that's what makes him so tough. He's got that fastball that you've got to gear up for. It gets on you so quick. It's got movement. Then he can come back with that breaking pitch. He's very comfortable throwing it.
So with 1 away, here's Cheslor Cuthbert, the Royals' designated hitter tonight. Hosmer the runner on first, 1 out. Top of the 2nd inning. Angels lead 1-0. Strike 1 to Cuthbert.
You know, it's kind of crazy. Last week I had an opportunity to call the Angels game, and talking to Ned Yost, I posed the question. I'm sorry, the Royals game. I posed the question that, you know, how long are you going to keep these guys together? At what time do you decide, hey, look, we've got to start to retool? This week it's, who do you need to go out and get? Who can you add? Where does this team need a little help? And he mentioned to us that he felt like all the guys are here, and Duffy coming back. That had helped things. Guys are starting to swing the bats. They can get Moss swinging up to his capabilities. Felt like these guys had another run in it.
What a difference a week makes. Now 1-2 on Cuthbert. 6 consecutive victories. They've hit 16 home runs in those 6 games. They scored at least 7 runs in the first 5 games of the win streak.
Well, and that's a West Coast trip, and you're talking about all those offensive numbers. That doesn't include a trip to Colorado. Right. They're doing it without even going up there.
Look at the numbers during the 6-game streak, averaging 7.5 runs per game, .330 batting average, 34 extra base hits in 6 games.
And one of the things you have to be cognizant of, it's against the Padres, the Giants. You know, the Angels have been depleted as far as their pitching staff, the starters. But again, it's a road trip that they've needed. So far, they performed well.
Bounce foul, back behind third. Royals got off to that real tough start, a record of 7-16 in April. They lost 9 consecutive games at one point. Finished the game over 500 in May. And now during the month of June, they've gone 10-4. Cuthbert down on strikes. Third strikeout for Alex Meyer.
This is that breaking ball. It's out of the zone. Cuthbert still likes it. Tries to get it. You know, already the big man has 7 swings and misses. This goes to show you what kind of stuff he has.
So with 2 away, here's Escobar. 3 for 9 in the series. Hosmer a leadoff single, and then back-to-back strikeouts for Alex Meyer. First-round pick by the Nationals back in 2011. Traded to the Twins in exchange for Denard Span following the 2012 season. And then dealt to the Royals last August. Left field. Eric Young. So Hosmer stranded, middle of the second. 1-0 Angels. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra. Tell us why your dad is an Ultra Dad, and Michelob Ultra will donate $1 for every hashtag generated up to $25,000 to the Good Plus Foundation. Bottom of the second inning in Anaheim. Angels out to a 1-0 lead. Luis Valbuena leading off against Jake Junis. Valbuena, Simmons, and Young for the Angels here in the bottom of the second inning. Cameron Maybin with a leadoff homer in the first. On the first pitch from Junis. This one is popped up back behind second base. So Valbuena is retired, 1 away.
You can see right there, Kenny, the shadows. Very difficult to pick up the spin as a hitter right now. I always felt like pitchers, you know, they'd be aware of this, and you could throw breaking balls all day long. It would be so difficult to pick up the spin and recognize those pitches.
Simmons takes a called strike. Batting .274, 0 for 7 in the series.
Well, Simmons has had a real nice year up to this point, swinging the bat well. We all know about how great he is defensively. When you start talking about all-star representatives from this ball club, we're hoping Mike Trout gets back before the break, but this is a guy right here.
Simmons down on strikes, quickly 2 away. Well, next Saturday, the Brewers take on the Braves at 4 Eastern on FS1. These Angels battle the Red Sox at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings for the game in your area. Two away. Here's Eric Young Jr. and what a job he's done for the Angels in the absence of Mike Trout over the last 2.5 weeks.
Hey, it really has. He's gotten some big hits, hit some home runs. Really ignited this ball club. Again, there's no way that you replace Mike Trout. But he has sparked it. A lot of energy. Had an opportunity to play alongside his father. Very good second baseman. Came up in the Dodger organization.
Speaking of Mike Trout, the reigning American League Most Valuable Player will join us during the top of the 3rd inning.
God, look at that start. The best start of his career for a lot of reasons. Hitting with power, running the bases. 16 home runs in 47 games. Ouch. That looks like a back knee right there. Cutter, slider just bearing in.
So a 2-out base runner for the Angels as Young heads to first.
This thing just coming in, and oh, that gets all the inside part of the knee. And I can promise you he wants to rub that. That hurts. That's not tissue, that's bone.
So with 2 away and a runner on first, here's Maldonado. High praise from his manager Mike Scioscia when we spoke to him a couple of hours before the game. He said Maldonado's playing as well as any catcher in all of baseball.
Yeah, calling a great game, adding some offense. Again, another young player that Scioscia's excited about. They have to watch Eric Young over at first base. I mean, one of the things that these guys have done a lot since Mike Trout's been out is they've been forcing the issue. They've been stealing bases, they've been going first to third.
Angels lead the major leagues, 61 steals, including 10 in a series last weekend against Houston. Young has 6 stolen bases in only 18 games as a member of the Angels. He's 6 out of 8. 80% for his career. You mentioned you played with his dad, part of the only father-son tandem to both lead the league in stolen bases. Eric doing it back in 2013. Split the season between the Rockies and the Mets. Led the National League with 46 steals.
Yeah, his dad used to run all the time. I mean, I think he had a game up in Colorado. I was with the Dodgers. He was with the Rockies, and if I'm not mistaken, he may have stolen 7 bases against us that game.
Wow. Young goes, and he is in with his 7th steal. Although home plate umpire Mark Carlson rules that Maldonado was hit by the pitch that glanced off Maldonado, so no stolen base. 2 hit batsmen in the inning.
See him kind of just getting that elbow in there, not really making a great effort to get out of the way. See him just leaving it out there long enough.
So runners on first and second for the Angels, with the number 9 hitter Danny Espinosa stepping to the plate. Batting just 168 in his first season with the Angels. 7 years a member of the Washington Nationals. Behind in the count, 0-1.
Well, he's got power. There's no question about it. Angels would like to see more contact, but it hasn't been his game so far.
He went deep 24 times for the Nationals last season. Six home runs so far this year for Espinosa. First and second, 2 outs. 0-2. Junis allowed the leadoff home run in the first inning to Maben. Then he retired 5 in a row. And he has hit the last 2 batters, Young and Maldonado. He strikes out Espinosa on 3 pitches. Baseball Night in America will return after these messages and a word from your local Fox station. Albert Eric Karros, top of the third inning. Angels lead the Royals by a 1-0 score as Alex Gordon steps in for Kansas City. And we welcome in the reigning American League Most Valuable Player, Mike Trout, from the Angels dugout. Mike, first of all, thanks for taking a couple of minutes. How's the thumb coming along, and when do you hope to be back in the lineup?
Yeah, it's day by day, it's getting better and better. I want to get out there as soon as I can. I think next week I start swinging, and I'm getting anxious and excited.
Mike, has there been anything, been watching the game for the last few weeks that, maybe you didn't realize always being out there playing, or something that goes on that?
It's just, during the game, I come up here, watch a few innings, and I go up to the video room, see all the different angles. Steve Solis is up there with Diego, and just all the different camera angles during the game. It's it's pretty cool, and then I just come out here and watch the end of the game.
Is there anything that you've done at the big league level that, as a high school player and then you're drafted, that you've even surprised yourself that you've been able to have success, maybe hitting home runs or average, or what is the part that surprised you most?
Just being up here and just doing it so fast. I always had confidence in my ability and just trusting it. And like I said, last few years, 6 years I've been here, it's been going by so quick. I'm having so much fun up here, playing every day. Obviously now not playing, but I enjoyed every minute of it.
Here's one of your former teammates, Drew Butera, after Alex Gordon struck out. An Angel for a brief period of time, 10 games back in 2015. How about playing with and being around Albert Pujols every day, Mike? What are some of the biggest things you've learned from a future Hall of Famer?
Yeah, it's pretty special, the things he's accomplished in his career. Very fortunate to be in the same clubhouse as him. With the 600 homers the other night. Just being a part of that, special moment for him and his family. Seeing it here at Angel Stadium, and obviously, he's an unbelievable baseball player, but an unbelievable person off the field as well. Talk to him about life in general and everything. He's a great friend of mine.
All right, so I've got to ask you, are we going to see you in Miami?
I'm trying to get back as soon as I can. When the doctors clear me to start playing, I'm going to start playing as quick as I can. I'm anxious to start hitting next week and see how things go.
So you figure if you're hitting next week, probably take you about 2 days to get your timing back. And shoot, you probably have a weekend before you even get down there.
You never know. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get back, and obviously want to make sure I'm really healthy when I get back.
Well, you've played in the last 5. Who are some of the guys you were the most excited to meet at your first All-Star game?
Yeah, when Jeter's last All-Star game, I thought that was pretty special, just being a part of it. And all the guys, ball hit well. We got you.
I think you have a career in play-by-play when you're done with baseball.
That's pretty funny. No, just being with all the great guys across the league, it's pretty special. Obviously, like I said, the one with Jeter was the most special. So
now a young man who attends your high school, as we take a look back to the injury suffered back in late May. Tell us about Buddy Kennedy, Millville High School, New Jersey, drafted the other day by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 5th round.
Yeah, Buddy Kennedy's a great kid. He worked out with me a little bit in the off season. Works hard. I hear a lot of good things about him. I haven't seen him play much because I'm out here, obviously, but high school coaches talk great about him, and I'm happy for him. Hopefully, he's got a full ride to UNC, but he wants to. I think he wants to play professional ball. Just to get things going and see how it goes. He's a great kid.
All right, Mike, I'm back for another one of these hard-hitting questions here. How about the head-first slide? Will we continue to see that moving forward? Are you going to wear any protective gear, or what do we got going?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be wearing a protective gear on my hand. I love sliding head first. I'm not going to change that. I look at it as it is. I play the game hard. It's just a freak thing, diving into the bag. But I'm going to definitely dive head first still and just wear a protective glove.
All right, Father's Day tomorrow. Your dad, Jeff, University of Delaware, minor league ball player, high school football coach. Do you have a message for your dad?
Yeah, just thank him for everything. I wouldn't be up here without him. Day in and day out, I'm always talking to my family, especially my dad, and I love him to death, and thank him for everything.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot for joining us. Get back on the field soon.
Thank you, Mike.
See you guys.
1-0 lead. Here's Cameron Maben, who led off the bottom of the first inning with a home run on the first pitch he saw from Jake Junis.
Well, Junis has fallen behind 2-0. He started Maben off with a curveball, but now in this count, 2-0, basically has to come with a fastball here. Maben just a bit late.
Now 2-1 as we take you back to the first inning. First pitch of the game from Junis.
I think Maben made up his mind walking to the plate that he was going to offer at the first pitch, and offer at it he did. Again, he's in a fastball count right here. Junis doesn't throw exceptionally hard, 90-91.
This one will stay in the ballpark as Maben flies out to Lorenzo Cain in center for out number 1. Well, baseball's two biggest events of the summer back-to-back. The action begins at the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 10th, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Then catch baseball's biggest stars at the 88th All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 11th on Fox. Coverage begins 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Mike Trout certainly hopes that he will be in Miami.
I think all of baseball hopes that Mike Trout will be in Miami. Love to watch him play.
There's Cole Calhoun, takes strike 1 from Junis, grounded out to the shortstop Escobar, his first time up. We asked Mike about Buddy Kennedy, who he works out with, drafted by Arizona in the 5th round out of Millville, New Jersey, Mike's hometown. Buddy Kennedy's grandfather, ex-major leaguer Don Money.
Wow, yep, Milwaukee Brewers infielder.
So some good bloodlines. One from Junis, catching the inside corner. Strike 2.
Calhoun got the 10 home runs coming into tonight, 237. Mike Scioscia expects him to get going.
Bounce to the right side for out number 2. Albert Pujols with the bases empty. Popped out to the second baseman Merrifield, his first time up. The 0-1 from Junis, 0-2.
Junis has been able to throw that fastball by Albert if he stays away from him. Again, Albert, though, if you come in on him, he can still turn on that ball, drive it out to left.
So a 2-out base runner for the Angels. Pujols breaks an 0 for 8 straight. Albert Pujols, who moved to Kansas City at the age of 16. Attended high school in Independence, Missouri. So Pujols on at first. Here's Escobar, grounded out to Merrifield, his first time up.
You see the way Escobar took that pitch. Again, not easy to decipher the spin when the shadows are out.
Once again, backed out of the way. 1-1.
Used to hate those 5 o'clock starts, 6 o'clock starts. Be great for the fans, not ideal for the offense.
1-2.
Doing his Adrian Beltre impersonation, going down on one knee. Escobar just sold out on that pitch. I'm guessing we're going to get a curveball here now.
Escobar down on strikes. 1-0 Angels through 3. Continental and by Bank of America. Top of the 4th inning in Anaheim with the Angels leading the Royals 1-0. And Jorge Bonifacio leading off for Kansas City against Alex Meyer. Bonifacio grounded out to the shortstop Simmons. His first time up as we welcome in last night's winning pitcher, Ian Kennedy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Ian, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on your first career win against the Angels. You grew up in nearby Huntington Beach, so how good did it feel?
Good. You know, it was my first season win, so that's made it. Got that monkey off my back, and now it's hopefully a good streak going the other way.
Well, you pitched a lot better than just one victory. Why don't you think you've had the wins?
Early on, I was pitching the ball well. I mean, as an offense, we weren't hitting very much, but you know, our starting pitcher was trying to keep us in games, and then we went through a funk there where our starting pitches we weren't doing so well, and then we were hitting, and now we're starting to click a little better and as a team. So we're you know, all around. I think that's why we're winning games here in this long road trip.
Here's Escobar, fires across, and Bonifacio is retired.
Ian, if you get to add one piece to this ball club as you move forward, where do you make that add?
That's tough because I'd say like right now you know, we wouldn't need anything. Our offense is doing great. We missed Danny Duffy, you know, hurt with his oblique, but for the most part, I can't really say much. I mean, Dayton's got a tough job, him and the staff, so we made it interesting for early on in the beginning of the season. We didn't start so hot, but luckily our division, we've been kind of beating up on each other, and playing well outside of the division, and you know, trying to keep it interesting. And we're not too far back from the our lead in our division. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in Dayton's shoes right now.
Lorenzo Cain with a 1-out single. Eric Hosmer steps to the plate as we take a look at the American League Central standings and continue to chat with last night's winning pitcher Ian Kennedy. So Ian, you retire the first 17, and then it's your buddy, your former teammate Cliff Pennington, who broke it up. What kind of a message did you have for him after the game?
I saw him out in the field today. I told him last night that I'm for sure deleting his phone number from my phone. We're no longer friends. I thought we were really good friends. I said, I'm like, you couldn't hit like a double or something, not a home run. At least you just ruined everything, the no-hitter, the complete game, and any possibility of a shutout. But, you know, that's kind of how it is. If you were to tell me at the beginning of the game, hey, Cliff gets his first home run or extra base hit and you get your first win, I would have taken that, because it's they've been hard to come by, and you know, this is you know, a tough lineup to kind of navigate through. And last night I was able, the times where I was missing spots, I was able to get missed bats and you know, good misses. That's what you kind of want as your outing.
How are you a different pitcher than when you first came up, broke into the big leagues, to now?
I think, you know, I watched a lot of guys like Andy Pettit, Mike Mussina, and I remember watching them, and I'm talking to Moose about how he kind of evolved as a pitcher, and he kind of evolved different pitches, and you use different pitches differently. And for him, it was like kind of throwing that changeup a little more than his curveball, which is his go-to. And you talk to Chris Young, we're different pitchers than we were at the very beginning. I was mainly a fastball changeup kind of guy, and I still am. But my curveball got better, changed a little bit of my mechanics. I started throwing a little bit harder when I got to San Diego. You know, I've always had the good life on my fastball, but now I'm throwing a little bit harder, and I'm still using my changeup. But it's kind of you evolve, the hitters evolve. You know, you got to constantly adjust in order to stay up here and, you know, have success.
Who's the toughest hitter you face? I mean, that is just difficult to attack, to pitch to, not somebody that necessarily gives you the most trouble, but
well, last night you saw in the last Albert, he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day, and I mean, Pujols is just, he always puts a good at bat. I always, you know, it's always fun facing him, but not really that fun, because you know, he's always a tough out. And last night I put him in great situation where he had hit 3-1 fastball, 3-0 fastball he missed. But then I got to execute it on the fastball away, and he popped up to right. But he's one of the ones, and I imagine a lot of people feel the same way about it, and that's why he has over 601 homers. So I mean, I love watching. I mean, in high school and college, watched him a lot. He you know, he's the same guy, just a little older, and he talk about adapting. As a hitter, he's had to adjust doing the same thing.
All right, so here's the fun question. Who would you love to face on your team, and who would you not like to face on your team? They have to be a position player. Don't tell me some pitcher or anything. Yeah.
Let me see. Who would I love to face?
Who'd you just eat alive?
I'll probably get some.
That's all right. They're not going to hear it. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Let me look at the lineup right now. I never really thought about this. I wouldn't want to face Cain.
You would not want to face Cain.
Because he always grinds out of bats. You watch him, and he has such good hands. He'll flip the ball to right field. He'll flip the ball up the middle, and then you see the stretch here. He's putting on homer display the last week or so.
All right, now we got that one out of the way. Come on now, let's get to the other one. Who would you love to face?
I'll say this one. I faced Esky in spring. And Esky's so aggressive, so I mean, I never get guys to swing and miss that much on my slider, so I threw him a couple sliders and punched him out on a fastball up. But I'll just say Esky because I faced him. Or maybe, you know what, I forgot Salvi. Salvi would not be a guy I wouldn't want to face very often, because he's caught so many of my games. Facing your catcher is not very fun. Yeah.
Hosmer down on strikes. All right, I'll ask you this, Ian. As a USC guy, how would you do against my partner, the UCLA product, Eric Karros, at his prime?
Oh, when I watched him a lot when I was in high school, and we'll go to a lot of Dodger games. I honestly, there's no scouting report I'd try to go across, but he probably could pick himself apart better than I can.
I wouldn't want to face him. I wouldn't want to face him. Especially now, I wouldn't want to face him.
Yeah, I watched him a lot. You know, a lot of homers, going to watching Dodger games as a kid.
Good politically correct answer there. That's outstanding. You maneuvered your way well.
Now, how about the Angels? Did you come to games at this place too?
Yeah, I grew up a lot closer to here. You know, as a lot younger, we'd come here mainly to watch, you know, like Ken Griffey Jr. or when Roger Clemens was pitching here. I loved watching him pitch when they played the Yankees and, you know, and so on. But I came a lot of high school game. Like when I was in high school, I came here a lot. You buy those tickets out there, no one really wanted to come, and by the 7th inning, they all leave. So we'd sit right here by the dugout.
Did you have any favorite Angels?
Yeah, Darren Erstad was always fun to watch. But I would say probably Tim Salmon. Tim Salmon and I, we have a funny story. He lived by me when I lived in Arizona, but when I was 5, they had like a player meet and greet with all the kids, and you know, you line up on the outfield. I got his autograph. He must have been a rookie, just called up, and I got a picture with him right outside in the concourse area. And a couple years later,
throw down to second, not in time. Kane is in.
a couple years later, I am in junior high by then, and I bring this photo, and he's doing a signing at some car dealership. We go and get that picture signed, and he asks, like, where the heck did you get this? I must have been a rookie, right? Must have been a September call-up. He's like, yeah, you were. And, you know, and I had that story ever since when I saw him, and, you know, we lived in Scottsdale together. It was kind of funny, and, yeah, I loved watching him. He was the man back then.
So how many tickets did you have to buy this weekend?
Last night I had a little over 20. Every time I pitch here, it's over 20 for sure. And that was most of my family's out of town. They didn't, some graduations, and they had to leave, but it's gone up to like 30 or 35 before.
Moustakas awaits the 0-2. Well, Ian, thanks for taking a couple of minutes. Congratulations on the victory last night.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Ian.
Thanks.
All right, Ian Kennedy, who apparently witnessed many of your home runs in person up at Dodger Stadium.
I just want to know when he's having that matchup with Escobar. And no, he's really had a nice career. He's continued to evolve as a pitcher, always making adjustments, and really has pitched a ton better than the one victim.
Moustakas strikes out to end the inning. Angels with a 1-0 lead on the Royals. Luis Valbuena leads off for the Angels against Jake Junis. First pitch, base hit into right field. So Maben sent the first pitch back in the first inning out of the park, and now Valbuena swings at the first pitch from Junis here in the 4th inning.
Well, that's the thing. Trying to attack early. The shadows are down a bit right now. A little easier to hit. And again, Junis doesn't have overpowering stuff. He's got the breaking ball. He can locate the fastball. And Valbuena leads things off with the base hit.
So we chatted with Mike Trout and then Ian Kennedy during the last half inning. And you asked Ian about which of his teammates he would like to face and would hate to face. And how about this? Mike Trout against Ian Kennedy. In his career, just 1 for 10.
I should have extended it, right? I should have extended the question. I confined it to just teammates. Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's some guys that, you know, you just don't match up well against. Whether you don't pick up the ball, you have trouble squaring somebody up.
Who did you absolutely hate to see?
Who did I hate to see? That's a different thing. I wasn't. Man, I hate to see. Smoltz was a pain because he'd throw that slider away. You know, all the Braves pitchers would throw everything away. And that was back in the day where.
Base hit into left field off the bat of Simmons with Valbuena on the move. So the Angels with back-to-back singles to start the 4th.
Saying that was back in the day when you could get an extra couple inches on the outside part of the plate. Here, this is hanging inside part of the plate, completely misses the spot, just a bad pitch. Simmons, bam, hits that thing in the left. See now, you know, what are they talking about? Will he bunt in this situation? Okay, what's going to happen? Who's covering? You know, which way am I breaking if I'm Junis? The way Mike Scioscia has played, the way he plays the game right now, trying to manufacture things, force issues. He doesn't have the big boppers in the lineup. You'd expect right now Eric Young Jr. to bunt. You could almost push the ball towards Escobar. Big gap between Moustakas and the pitcher. Not showing anything there.
There's Ron Radecki, the Angels' third base coach.
Former manager of the Brewers. Coached in the Dodgers organization for years.
Young swinging away. And he fouls it off back behind third. Young hit by a pitch his first time up. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning from Angel Stadium. Valbuena, the runner on second. Simmons takes his lead off first.
I know he swung twice, but you still have to respect his ability to bunt. I am surprised that he's not bunting in this situation.
1-1 from Junis. Now 1-2.
There he is, Mike Scioscia, making a lot of things happen with this roster being depleted by injuries. 18 seasons. Man.
The 2-2, and Young is down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Jake Junis. Play Ball is MLB's initiative to inspire all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone. To learn more, go to playball.org. One away, here's Martin Maldonado. The Angels catcher hit by a pitch his first time up. Nothing in one.
See Junis starting him off with the breaking ball. Again, Maldonado, you know, I say young, and it's young in experience. You know, just never more than 230, 240 at-bats in a season.
Base hit into left field. Valbuena will hold at third, so 3 singles in the inning for the Angels. They have loaded the bases.
You know, Maldonado this year getting an opportunity to be the full-time guy, basically. Run out there quite a bit. You know, that's where he's gaining that experience, becoming more acclimated to being that guy. As Mike Scioscia mentioned, playing as well as, in his opinion, as well as any catcher in the game.
Bases loaded for Danny Espinosa. Struck out with 2 men on back in the second inning.
Well, remember, he was swinging at pitches that were out of the zone, the high fastball. And you'd think that would be the first thing Junis would do right now. Go something high out of the zone, hope he pops it up.
Valbuena at third. Simmons takes his lead off second, and Maldonado over at first. Espinosa 1 for 7 with the bases loaded this season. The 1-0 up the middle, base hit. Valbuena scores. Here comes Simmons crossing the plate. Throw to third is in time. Maldonado is tagged out. Espinosa drives in 2. Angels now lead 3-0.
Espinosa gets that fastball. It's out over the plate, not very high, and he just shoots it up the middle. See Kane coming in. I'm not sure he knew what he was doing right there and just throws it right into the ground. Escobar gets it, turns throwing side all the way around, and still has an opportunity to get Maldonado at third.
Scored 8-6-5 for the out at third. Espinosa drives in his 25th and 26th runs of the season. So with 2 outs and a runner on first, here's Maben. Homered in the first inning, fly to center in the third. Maben's been terrific since he was moved up into the leadoff spot 20 games ago. He's now reached base in 22 consecutive games. Fastball missing away, 1-1. Espinosa back in. One and two on Maben. No runs, only 2 hits for the Royals. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Angels, who were held to just 3 base hits last night. Maben went around, so that will end the inning. The Angels score 2, now lead 3-0. Two runs for the Angels in the bottom of the 4th inning. We move to the 5th. Cuthbert leads off against Alex Meyer.
Now, Alex Meyer has been great up to this point. 56 total pitches. He's thrown 40 of them for strikes. Marty Aronoff letting us know 15 of those have been swinging missing strikes. Keep doing it, Marty.
Marty always on top of it. Only 2 hits for the Royals against Meyer over the first 4 innings. One and 2 on Cuthbert, who struck out his first time up.
Got him on a breaking ball the first time. Almost got him there with the breaking pitch.
Down the line in right. And it bounces foul. Alex Meyer making his 9th start this season for the Angels. He also spent some time on the disabled list back in May due to back spasms.
But he's somebody the Angels are excited about. You know, a ton of potential, throws the heck out of the ball, just long and lanky. Charlie Nagy right there, pitching coach.
State Player of the Year in high school in Indiana, and then it was on to the University of Kentucky. He was an agriculture major. And a substitute teacher back home during the offseason earlier in his career. Pretty intimidating as a substitute at 6'9".
Imagine that. Charlie Nagy right there, pitching coach for the Angels. You see, and this is a type of at-bat that, you know, the Angels would like to see a little different kind of approach. You start off 0-2 and You know, then you throw some breaking balls, you miss with a fastball, and before you know it, you're 3-2.
Cuthbert strikes out for the second time, 7th strikeout, 3rd in a row for Alex Meyer. Well, tomorrow it's final round coverage of the 117th U.S. Open Championship from Erin Hills as the world's greatest players battle to be crowned America's champion. It all begins at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on Fox, or watch it live on Fox Sports Go. A look at the leaderboard through 3 rounds. Ryan Harmon at 12 under.
It's bunched up. Should be a fun Sunday. Fun for us to watch. Probably pretty stressful for a lot of those guys, huh?
Joe Buck and the gang on hand at Erin Hills. Escobar fly to left his first time up. From Meyer, in for strike 2.
Up again when he's been able to get ahead in the count, he has a tendency to go to that breaking pitch. Misses there. When he can finally get command of that breaking ball, throw it for strikes, it just becomes difficult to attack as a hitter. All arms and legs coming at you with that fastball. You basically just have to guess for a pitch.
Take us into the batter's box. What was it like for you to face a pitcher as tall as Meyer?
So my comp would be Randy Johnson, and for me that was, I'm taking away one pitch, and that was for me it was the slider. You know, if that slider was coming or he threw that, I was going to take. There's no way I was even going to offer at it because I didn't have a chance. And so I'd sit on the fastball, and you know, sometimes he'd leave that thing out over the plate. But if there was a slider, 0-1, 0-2, and then it just kind of spread out, emergency hack right there. But you know, a guy like Meyer, it's, you know, you got to sit on the fastball and hope you hit that. The good curveball from him, you're not gonna hit. You'll hit a mistake that just kind of spins up there, hangs. But you know, my approach, I'm looking for a fastball. I'm looking for something that's going to kind of run over the heart of the plate. There's nothing you can do with that. You got to take it and hope that, you know, in tonight's case, Mark Carlson behind the plate, and he doesn't call it a strike.
Payoff pitch from Meyer. There's strike 3. 4 consecutive strikeouts, 8 in the game, 1 shy of his career high.
What's interesting is, so 2 3-2 counts. He goes to the breaking pitch. And again, it's for efficiency when he gets ahead, when he's 1-2 and 0-2. I get that you don't want to throw a strike, but if you can throw that breaking ball, a good breaking ball like he just did right there, it's okay to throw a strike 0-2 or 1-2. Instead, you're spending an inordinate amount of time. You know, you get to 3-2, the guys are bad, you're wasting pitches. Make that pitch earlier in the count.
All 8 strikeouts have been swings and misses, including Alex Gordon back in the 3rd inning. And for Angel pitchers, Eric, that's no walks allowed the last 57 plate appearances.
Well, it's one of the things that the Angels have done well as of late, especially from the bullpen. I mean, those guys have kept them in the game. You know, Mike Scioscia and crew have done a great job of utilizing, mixing and matching. You know, the starters have been pretty good. And Chavez last night threw a good ball game. You know, without Lorenzo Cain, heck, you just shut him out.
2-2 on Gordon. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Angels behind Alex Meyer, leading the Royals 3-0. He struck out 4 in a row. Another full count.
All right, so the last 2 hitters on the full count, he's gone breaking ball. So if you're Alex Gordon right here, can you convince yourself to go breaking ball, sit on that, or do you got to respect the fastball? He's going fastball here.
Gordon gets the bat on it. Espinosa over to first. A 1-2-3 fifth for Alex Meyer. By sprint works for me. Kansas City Royals won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. They trail the Angels tonight 3-0. Angels with a run in the first, 2 in the 4th against Jake Junis, making his 4th major league start. Cole Calhoun 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice. Junis in his last start Sunday in San Diego went a season in career high 7 innings. Allowed 3 runs, all on solo homers.
Junis has got that curveball working right now. Location, big break.
The 0-2 from Junis. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2.
Well, he's gone even to the count right now. If you're Calhoun, you got to be looking to protect, but anticipate the curveball right here.
Pujols waiting on deck. Payoff pitch from Junis to Calhoun. Base hit into right center. Leadoff man on for the Angels here in the 5th. As we take a look at tonight's stat, brought to you by Just for Men Control GX Gray Reducing Shampoo. 11th on the all-time RBI list, just one behind Mel Ott.
Home run right here, props him right up into that number 10 spot all by himself.
He's driven in a team high 46 runs this season. First pitch in for a strike. Pujols popped out to the second baseman Merrifield in the first inning. Single to left in the 3rd. Cole Calhoun with a leadoff single. 7th hit of the game for the Angels. And Pujols drills this one. Number 602. And now all alone in 10th place on the all-time RBI list, one ahead of Mel Ott. 5-0 Angels.
Take a good look. One of the greatest hitters to ever play this game. Gets a low fastball and just hits a line shot out of here. He knew it. He knew it. He said, move over, Mel Ott. I mean, and we're talking, when we talk about one of the, we're not talking about just power. It's one of the greatest hitters to ever play this game. There he is. That's all time. That is. Oh.
Left center. Catch is made by Gordon, so Escobar is retired. All right, so Eric, you are the LA Dodgers all-time home run leader. You have a chance to watch Albert Pujols, who is now at 602.
You know, the thing about it is, you know, not only does he hit those prodigious home runs, and we've seen that throughout his career, but the line drives, and that's what he fancies himself as, is a line drive hitter, and he just hit home runs. And there was a time that decade where it was, if it was an outside pitch, that was a line drive over the right center field fence. If it was inside, over the left field wall. But he wasn't trying to elevate and launch angle and all those sorts of things. His approach was, I'm going to hit it as hard as I can in a line drive fashion. Really is something.
Mel Ott played his last major league game in 1947. 12-time All-Star, 6-time National League home run leader. As Valbuena strikes out. Mel Ott was the first National League player to surpass 500 career home runs. He was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1951. Two away, here's Andrelton Simmons. Simmons struck out in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. Mel Ott moved into the broadcast booth after his playing and managerial career back in the mid-50s. Worked for the Mutual Radio Network and also was a radio and television broadcaster for the Detroit Tigers for a couple of seasons.
Didn't he play for the Giants?
He did.
That was his. Yeah. I remember, I think Vin Scully said that he was his favorite player growing up.
Played on the Polo Grounds. Dimensions down the right field line were less than 300 feet.
Don't say it. Good place to hit. You didn't want to go to center field.
No. Simmons retired to end the inning, but the Angels extend their lead. Albert Pujols, career home run number 602. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by MasterPass, the simple, secure way to pay. And by Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. 5-0 Angels as we move to the 6th. The catcher Drew Butera leads off for Kansas City. Fly to left his first time up. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. 0-1. We've been talking about Mel Ott, surpassed on the all-time RBI list by Albert Pujols. For parts of 6 seasons, he was the Giants' player manager. With 511 career home runs. He held the National League home run record for nearly 30 years. He was surpassed in 1966 by Willie Mays. Wow. You know how tall Mel Ott was? 5'9". And he hit 511 home runs.
Probably had those stocky arms, could hit the ball and really swing the bat. One of those guys with the leg kick way back when.
Marty, did you see him play?
Yeah, Marty telling us that.
You see him play? His last game was in 1947. Off the glove of Escobar. Butera on at first.
I think that's a play that Escobar would tell you that he would normally make right there. I think he was anticipating it wasn't as far away from him as it ended up being. Just bounces off the glove. And that's right. Give him an error there. Should have had that.
10th of the season. So the leadoff man is on for the Royals here in the 6th. They trail 5-0. Merrifield 0 for 2. Gutierrez only the 3rd base runner for Kansas City in this game.
Well, this will be interesting. It's the bottom of the lineup that just got on now. Merrifield at the top. You've got Bonifacio, Kane, and Hosmer. This is an important hitter right now.
Simmons to second for 1, and it was dropped by Espinosa. So the Angels unable to turn the double play.
I think you got to look at this though to make sure that it was on the transfer, or did he catch it? I'm not sure he caught that ball.
No, I agree.
Yep.
And Yost is going to challenge the call.
I think that just hits in the heel of his glove.
So Field and Colbreth, the crew chief, second base umpire, will head in.
So you watch that. That just is. There's never any control. And I'm not sure he ever had it with his bare hand as far as trying to get it out of the glove to make the throw. I'd be shocked if this isn't overturned. But I've been shocked before, Kenny.
Gutierrez initially ruled out.
I think this is the best angle right here. Yeah, again, I don't think he ever had it.
And the Royals have been terrific on replay challenges this season. They've won 13 out of 16.
How can you be good on a replay challenge, though, right? You see it, it either happened or it didn't happen. I think it's more of a function of the call not being right on the field. Yeah, just as we suspected, Kenny.
It's 14 out of 17.
There we go. They're hot. You know, this will be interesting now, though, with Alex Meyer, because one of the things that he's, had to deal with, when things don't go well, the rap is, okay, he kind of, lets it get to him. He's got a 5-0 lead. He should have recorded 2 outs already this inning. Instead, first and second, got Bonifacio up at the plate.
Bonifacio has grounded out twice. By the way, guess which team led the league in replay success rate last season? The Kansas City Royals.
They're just good. They've got a good set of eyes in there.
Bill Duplessis is his name.
Bill's got to be up for a contract raise.
The replay specialist for manager Ned Yost. Two on, nobody out. 1-1 on Bonifacio. Gutierrez takes his lead off second. Merrifield off first. 1-1 from Meyer. And now the Angels turn 2. No problems that time.
There was no messing around at second base with Espinosa. He caught that, wound up, and threw a bullet to first. It's okay to joke about it now. A nice job right here. It's a good feed. Catches it. Doesn't try to be quick. Bam. Yeah. Be happy about it.
So 2 away. Butera now at third. Here's Lorenzo Cain. Singled his last time up, has 3 home runs in the series.
That said 93 on the gun, but again, because of where Meyer's releasing the ball, that's getting on you much quicker than that 93 shows.
A 2-0 from Meyer. Now 2-1.
Meyer up to 88 pitches. Had a few 3-2 counts. Defense hadn't helped in this inning, although they did just turn a double play. Pretty efficient though. 59 strikes.
Now 3-1 on Cain. Eric Hosmer waiting on deck. That's the first walk of the game on either side. As Cain heads to first, runners on the corners with 2 away. First walk issued by an Angel pitcher after 61 plate appearances, and now a visit from Charles Nagy.
Well, I think you're given some time for the bullpen to start moving around, get loose. As you mentioned, 90 pitches. You got to be careful with Hosmer. Obviously, you don't want to leave something up. He's a high ball hitter. One swing of the bat puts him right back into this game.
Blake Parker in the Angels pen. By the way, Angels activated Cam Bedrosian earlier today.
You know, he comes back, he adds to the bullpen. Bud Norris right now has been closing games out for the Angels.
Here's Eric Hosmer, first and third, 2 outs. Hosmer takes ball 1. Hosmer 1 for 2, singled back in the second inning, struck out in the fourth. One from Meyer with Cain on the move. So the Royals now have second and third, and a 1-2 count on Hosmer.
Cain getting a good jump again. Meyer long and lanky, not quick to the plate. focusing on the hitter, which is where it should be.
Cain's second stolen base of the game, now 14 of 14 on the season. Now the 1-2 from Meyer. Hosmer down on strikes for the second time to end the inning. Royals strand 2 in the 6th. High with 9 strikeouts. He struck out 9 Tigers 2 starts ago, back on June 7th. Meyer and the Angels with a 5-0 lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Young Jr. pops it up, back behind the mound, 1 away. The can't miss event of the summer hits South Beach when baseball's biggest stars take the field for the MLB All-Star Game, July 11th, only on Fox.
Sal Perez right there. Lorenzo Cain. Now, Sal Perez leading catchers in the American League in voting.
Pitch glanced off Maldonado, so for the second time tonight, Maldonado is hit by a pitch from Junis and hits the first.
And he's been hit twice, but he hadn't been hit.
Right.
I mean, it's the uniform's been nicked.
There's Sal Perez in the Royals dugout having words with fellow catcher Martin Maldonado.
Well, Maldonado looked at Junis when he got hit. You know, again, he's not trying to hit Maldonado. And if you're trying to hit somebody, you're trying to hit somebody.
Maldonado has now been hit 11 times this season. That's the most in the American League. So that will be all for Jake Junis. in his 4th major league start through 89 pitches. Has allowed 5 runs, 8 hits, responsible for the runner on first, Maldonado. So the veteran right-hander Chris Young on to face Danny Espinosa. So Eric, the 2 pitchers currently in the game are 6'9" and 6'10".
Yeah, we've got a lot of height out there. Chris Young, though, a lot different, though. He's 88, 89. Likes to throw the ball up in the zone. He's got that high spin rate, which means the ball stays at a high plane. It doesn't drop due to gravity. That's why he tends to get a lot of fly balls.
Chris Young, 38 years of age, his 14th major league season out of Princeton. He was the Ivy League basketball rookie of the year back in 1999. Now 1-2 on Espinosa, who drove in 2 runs back in the 4th inning to extend the Angels' lead to 3-0. It is now 5-0 following the Pujols 2-run shot in the 5th off Junis. Two and two.
You see Chris Young, the last 2 fastballs, 88 miles an hour. But again, he's closer to the plate in his release point, so it feels harder than 88 up at the plate.
Espinosa down on strikes, 2 away.
Goes with the cutter down low. You know, it's one of the things he does too, changes eyesight. You saw the 2 fastballs that were out of the zone, but high. And goes down low to get Espinosa.
Cameron Maybin 1 for 3. Leadoff home run in the bottom of the 1st inning. Throw down to second is in time to nail Maldonado, and that will end the inning. So through 6 here at Angel Stadium, Mike Scioscia waiting to hear whether or not he should challenge the call at second base. What do you think?
Out. After I see it.
No challenge. 5-0 Angels through 6. To the 7th. Vote today, vote tomorrow, vote for your 2017 All-Stars with the Esurance MLB All-Star Game ballot. Vote at MLB.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 88th Major League Baseball All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 11th live on Fox. 31-year-old right-hander Blake Parker comes on in relief of Alex Meyer, who was outstanding. A look at Parker's numbers in 33 appearances this season. Meyer threw 94 pitches in 6 innings, did not allow a run, only 2 hits. Tied his career high with 9 strikeouts.
Well, the Angels have to be excited about Meyer's performance today. Only 1 walk. Again, he had a little bit of trouble in that last inning. It wasn't by his own cause. Some non-defensive plays, but was able to do some double play, get out of it. And that's what the Angels want to see, just the progression.
Stakis has struck out twice in his 3rd at bat. He grounds out to the first baseman Valbuena for out number 1. So with 1 away, here's Cuthbert, who has also struck out twice. Happy to see Alex Meyer out of the game.
I'm sure a lot of those Royals hitters are happy to see him out.
Hosmer struck out twice. Stakis, Cuthbert.
Again, you know, facing a guy like Alex Meyer, it's just an uncomfortable at bat. I mean, there are guys that may have great stuff and can really pitch, but you get in the box and you're anchored in there. You're okay, let's go. I'm ready for the battle. You know, but a guy like Alex Meyer, you know, he's got all arms and legs. He's right on top of you, and it's just not. It's not comfortable. You're a little uneasy in there.
Royals hit only 4 balls out of the infield. 2 base hits and 2 flyouts to the left fielder Young. Coming into the game, Royals with the longest current winning streak in all of baseball. They've won 6 in a row. 2-2 on Cuthbert. The 2-2 from Parker. Foul back. Escobar on deck. 5-0 Angels. Two from Parker. Another foul, this one down the left field line.
Cuthbert not getting a lot of playing time this year. Ned Yost trying to find him spots, whether it's a DH or out in the field every once in a while. Again, if I'm looking at this club, that's probably the spot that they could use somebody, and that's in that DH role. Remember the last few years, Kendrys Morales done a real good job. He signed Brendan Moss, and he just hasn't been able to be consistent yet up to this point. He's got 9 home runs.
Eighth pitch of the at bat from Parker. Called strike 3. So Cuthbert strikes out for the third time tonight. Time now for our game summary, sponsored by Budweiser. Career home run number 602 for Albert Pujols, passing Mel Ott. Now in 10th place on the all-time RBI list. Terrific performance from Angels starter Alex Meyer. Royals 0 for 8 with runners on base. Angels looking for their first win of the season against Kansas City.
Well, in that 0 for 8 by the Royals with runners on base, it's really a function of Alex Meyer and how well he pitched. Huh. Tell you what, Parker is sweet. Fastball, you got that breaking ball. Up the ever elusive beach ball on the field.
So when somebody brings a beach ball to a game, do they bring a pump with them?
You know, I have seen people, though, that aren't fans of the beach balls. They bring a pen or something, and when the beach ball comes to them, they'll hit it with a pen and deflate it, then hit it back up, and it bounces around, maybe 1 or 2 bounces, and then it's nothing. Different ways to combat it.
Different ways to entertain yourself at the
I guess
ballpark.
so.
One and one on Escobar. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning.
You know, interesting, I was talking to Mike Scioscia about Parker, and he said this spring, you know, they weren't sure whether or not he was going to make the club, and he went on a stretch where, I don't know, 17 or 19 straight guys he struck out. And once he had done that, Scioscia, there's no way we could send him down. How are you going to tell a kid you got to go down when you strike out that many in a row?
Parker retires. The Royals in order in the 7th. Sponsored by Nasacort Allergy 24 Hours. Stops more of what makes you miserable. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Angels with a 5-0 lead. After the Kansas City Royals won the first 2 games of this series, 7-2 on Thursday, 3-1 over the Angels last night. Royals 6-game winning streak in jeopardy as Cameron Maybin takes a called strike from Chris Young, 0-1. Maybin was at the plate when Maldonado was caught stealing to end the 6th inning. Maybin gave the Angels a 1-0 lead back in the 1st inning with a solo home run on the first pitch of the game from Jake Junis. His 4th of the season, 50th career home run. High and tight. Here it is, first pitch from Junis.
Yeah, maybe up there attacking that first pitch, wasn't going up there to take or work a count or see some pitches. It was up there hacking, and hack he did.
Sends this one down the line in right. It's a fair ball. So Cameron Maybin with his 2nd extra base hit today.
Just up and away, throws that bat head out there, shoots it down the right field line and into the stands. We talked about it that, you know, the Angels at some point were going to have to solve this Kansas City pitching staff. It had no success, as you mentioned, only 6 runs in 5 games. Almost a 6th spot already here tonight.
Cole Calhoun 1 for 3, singled and scored his last time up. Only 6 runs, 21 hits for the Angels over their first 5 games against the Royals this season. 5 runs on 9 hits so far tonight. There goes Maybin, throw to 3rd. It was not in time. Stolen base number 21 on the season. Maybin leads the American League in steals.
Maybin gets a great jump right there. Butera, who's got an unreal arm, no chance at all. Getting Maybin at the top of the lineup has really changed his season. Mike Scioscia saying we put him up there just, you know, we wanted to get him going. He was struggling, wasn't getting a lot of opportunities. We put him up ahead of Mike Trout.
Bounce to the right side. Maybin comes home. Angels now lead 6-0. Time now for the Grip the Moment, sponsored by Falcon Tires, the official tire of Major League Baseball. Back in the 5th inning. Home run number 602 off the bat of Albert Pujols. Third hit of the game for Albert Pujols as he singles to left field.
Swinging the bat like a young Albert Pujols tonight. I mentioned 3 base hits, 2 line shots, and then the line drive home run.
3 consecutive hits, including the home run in the 5th off Junis. Ball 1 to Yunel Escobar. Escobar 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for his last 10.
That was an awkward swing. Wasn't sure that he was going to go after it, then decided I better swing. Chris Young gets the strike right
there. 1 and 2 on Escobar.
Alfredo Griffin with the kick save there. He's been with the Angels forever. As long as Mike Scioscia has been here. Fine shortstop in his day.
'18 seasons for Scioscia and Griffin. Base hit into left field off the bat of Escobar. So he ends at 0 for 10. Pujols to second. Mike Scioscia this season surpassing Sparky Anderson. 17 consecutive seasons with the Tigers. He's now second all-time in the American League. Connie Mack will not be caught by Mike Scioscia. 50 consecutive seasons.
Connie Mack was wearing those suits
right.
too, right? Straw hat.
Valbuena 1 for 3. So I guess Scioscia holds the American League record among managers who wear the uniform.
Oh, there you go. Marty telling us the high starched collar too for Connie Mack.
Connie Mack's last season.
High starched collar.
His last season was Vin Scully's first season.
Wow.
To Valbuena. Now back to the screen. Now 1 and 2.
That's crazy, that lineage, right? I mean, what's that game where you match people? So Vin to Connie Mack. I'm sure Connie Mack gets you back to somebody that started this game.
6 degrees of Connie Mack.
There you go, 6 degrees.
Or Kevin Bacon. Connie Mack born in 1862. Overlapping with Vin Scully, who broadcasted his last game in 2016. Connie Mack's last season as a manager, 1950, with the Philadelphia Athletics.
And the high starched collar.
Deep right field. Back on the warning track. Bonifacio looks up. It's out of here. Luis Valbuena with his 4th home run of the season, a 3-run shot, extending the Angels lead to 9-0, their 3rd home run of the game.
It's just a fastball down the middle of the plate. And as we mentioned, Chris Young, not a hard thrower. 88, maybe 89. Blaine is watching. He hopes it gets out. Gets into that second or third row. That'll make for a good Saturday night. Sleep a little better.
6 runs in 5 games against the Royals, 9 so far tonight.
And you don't want to waste them. Save a few for tomorrow.
Still only 1 out. Here's Simmons. Left field, Alex Gordon, 2 away. Luis Valbuena, 25 home runs 2 seasons ago for the Houston Astros. As his 4th of the year for the Angels.
Well, they'd like to see a little more production out of him at that first base spot. They just offensively, first and second, just they haven't been what the Angels expected. Still over half a season to go. A lot of baseball.
So here's Eric Young facing Chris Young for the first time in his career. Right field coming on is Bonifacio, but it bounces in front of him. So Eric Young in his 9th season. Chris Young in his 14th had never faced one another. And Eric Young comes up with the 5th hit of the inning for the Angels.
You know, and that's as an Angel player right now, you don't want to give away at bats. You still want to focus. You want to have a good at bat, work on some things, build on it so you can take it into tomorrow's game. Very easy to give away at bats.
Maldonado swings at the first pitch and flies out to Gordon in left. Angels score 4 in the inning. We head to the 8th. It's 9-0. Angels now lead the Royals 9-0. As Cam Bedrosian makes his return, reinstated from the disabled list earlier today after missing 53 games with a right groin strain.
A great opportunity to get him in a game, get his feet wet. It's 8-0. You come in, you just try to reacclimate yourself at the big league level. He can come back and throw like he was throwing. I mean, what a boost this will be for this bullpen.
So Bedrosian on the mound. Eric Young Jr. shifts from left field to center field. Cliff Pennington now in the game at shortstop. And Ben Revere in left field.
And it's a 9-0 lead, excuse me. Got lost that last inning.
It went right past me. What'd you say? I pay attention to you 99% of the time. I missed that one. And you know, when you look at the box score tomorrow, whether it's 9-0 or 9-2, what might get lost is the tremendous performance of Alex Meyer tonight because of all the runs scored by his teammates.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it really was a dominating performance against one of the hottest hitting teams in the game right now. We just can't say enough about what he did tonight on the mound.
Did not allow a run in 6 innings, only 2 hits. Struck out 9, matching his career high. Royals still with only 2 base hits. Coming into this game during the 6-game winning streak for Kansas City, 77 hits in those 6 games.
They had to figure at some point the Royals were going to cool down, and again, they just ran into a guy that, look, that's not an anomaly. Meyer has that sort of stuff. He's got that sort of ability to go out and dominate a team. Really, he threw relatively well against the Yankees in his last outing. Just ran his pitch count up.
Alex Gordon strikes out as Cam Bedrosian returns to the big leagues. What a performance by the 27-year-old right-hander Alex Meyer.
They did it with a combination of an electric fastball and then that breaking ball. Loves to throw it, threw it a number of times in 3-2 situations. Very confident with it. We're not talking about being able to foul that pitch off. A lot of swings and misses with that. Just filthy.
Here's Butera with 1 away. $18 swings and misses in all for Meyer, including all 9 of his strikeouts.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of squared up balls today against Meyer.
Angel pitches with 11 strikeouts in all tonight. Butera now 2-1. What a catch made by Ben Revere in left.
How about that? You're watching a ball game all night, and then you go out there and the first ball that's hit to you is an absolute rocket. And this is a great job. As an outfielder coming in, you can't really take an angle. It's a straight low liner. He does a nice job. And look at how he catches the ball there. He's got the glove up. He's not reaching out. That's a heck of a play. Of course I love that. Yeah.
Robbing his former teammate of a base hit. Butera and Revere teammates in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Back in 2010, 11 and 12.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, so you can make that catch on, not get any grief.
You had Cliff Pennington last night.
Yeah.
Ending his former teammate Ian Kennedy's bid for a perfect game. Kennedy had retired first 17 Angels he had faced. Two and one on Merrifield. Reached on an error his last time up. Two outs, top of the 8th inning. 9-0 Angels. 2-2.
It'll be interesting to see, as Bedrosian reacclimates himself and gets a few more innings, what Mike Scioscia does. Again, Bud Norris has done a great job at the back of the bullpen. Houston Street, he's rehabbing as well. What it does do, though, is it helps the starters because they shorten the game. You get to the 7th and you've got options. So much of this game nowadays is really working backwards. And you figure you've got a guy that can get you the 9th, you've got some guys that can get you the 7th and 8th, and before you know it, your starter has to give you only 5 or 6. And that's a great job. All right, your Merrifield right now, you got 3-2 count. It's a 9-0 game. Got to be getting a fastball, right? Sitting on that.
Payoff pitch from Bedrosian. Another foul. Eighth pitch of the at-bat to Merrifield. This is Pennington. We head to the bottom of the 8th in Anaheim. 9-0 Angels. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, imported from Detroit. And by Falcon Tires, the official tire of Major League Baseball. Bottom of the 8th inning, with the Angels leading the Royals 9-0. Third pitcher of the game for Kansas City. Travis Wood, the 30-year-old left-hander. Chris Young allowed 4 runs in the 7th inning. Brandon Moss now at first base. Alex Gordon moves to center field. Ramon Torres to second base, and Whit Merrifield to left. Here's Danny Espinosa. Fouls off the first pitch from Wood. It was a 1-0 game in the 4th when Espinosa drove in 2 with a bases loaded single. Then in the 5th, Albert Pujols with a 2-run shot, career home run number 602. To extend the Angels' lead to 5-0, and they would score 4 more runs in the 7th. The 0-2 from Wood. Espinosa grounds out to Torres, 1 away. Crush home runs and dominate in your very own Derby competition in the official MLB.com Home Run Derby game on the App Store and Google Play. Swing for the fences against more than 10 million players from around the world as your favorite Derby All-Star. Download Home Run Derby for free today. With 1 away, here's Ben Revere, who made that outstanding play in left field in the last half inning to rob ex-teammate Drew Butera of a base hit.
That's just a kicker, though. Again, you don't get to play today, right? You come in, you do make a great catch, and okay, great, I'm going to get an at-bat. Oh, by the way, you're going to face a left-hander.
And standing just inches away from Butera is Ben Revere. Here's the 1-1 from Wood. 1-2.
Travis Wood with the Cubs last year. Had a nice season.
Revere down on strikes, 2 away. Calhoun drove in a run his last time up. Singleton scored back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, he scored the run that tie Albert Pujols with Mel Ott as far as RBIs, and Albert drove himself in there to move himself ahead of Mel.
Pujols now with 1,865 runs batted in. Pushing Mel Ott down to 11th place on the all-time list. 2 to Calhoun. Fouls it back.
Pretty decent crowd here tonight. You got the fireworks afterwards, and following the fireworks, I think they're showing a movie here as well.
41,209 in attendance.
There's a lot going on. You got a baseball game, some fireworks, a movie. You staying for the movie, Kenny?
They stay for the first couple of fireworks. And then try to beat the traffic out, as I know you will be attempting as well. We head to the ninth. Angels with a 9-0 lead. Royals 6 straight victories coming into the game. Yusmeiro Petit, 4th pitcher of the night for the Angels, his 26th appearance. You know, I've been talking about Albert Pujols, now in 10th place all time in runs batted in. Now with a 1 RBI lead on Mel Ott. You surpassed by 1 run batted in the man who hit one of the most memorable home runs in baseball history, Bobby Thompson.
Bobby Thompson. The Giants win the pennant.
That's it.
The Giants win the pennant.
You finished with 1,027 runs batted in, 1 ahead of Bobby Thompson, whose first major league manager was
Connie Mack.
Mel Ott.
Oh, Mel Ott. Wow. Now, does that count? Is that some 6 degrees of separation there? Can we? Do I tie into Bobby Thompson somehow to?
I think it's like
Mel Ott
2 or 3 degrees,
okay,
right?
All right.
You were 1 behind Ted Kluszewski and Prince Fielder. So you surpassed Bobby Thompson by 1, and Prince and Ted Kluszewski finished with 1 more than
Ted
you.
Kluszewski with the Reds back in the day, and they wore those vests that didn't have the sleeve. What vest has sleeves, right? But he used to not wear a T-shirt sometimes underneath the arms, man. It's just like these big old hulking arms. I remember seeing those on baseball cards.
So those arms were able to eke out 1 more
There
RBI than you.
That's right. Bonifacio looking for his first hit. Still looking.
He's now 0 for 4. As Petit strikes him out.
Just a fastball right down the middle there. Just not the Angels, I should say the Royals' night for offense. Again, we talked about how hot they were. They were going to cool down at some point. Again, a lot of credit, though, to these Angels pitchers. Alex Meyer, great tonight.
Only 2 hits for Kansas City. The last coming in the 4th inning. Ramon Torres batting for the first time. Great job by our entire crew tonight, led by producer Jay Cutlow, director Doug Freeman, associate director Andy Cavanaugh, broadcast associate Anthony Papadakis. The technical producer is Tom Lynch, technical director Ken Kirschbaum. Marty Aronoff crunching the numbers along with Dennis D'Agostino and Dave Porras. Ronnie Fisher here in the broadcast booth with us. 9-0 Angels. Series finale here tomorrow. Jason Vargas, JC Ramirez. And then the Angels will head east. 3 with the Yankees. 3 with the Red Sox in Boston.
How good has Vargas been this year? Former pitcher for the Angels now. I mean, he's been unreal. Leading, I think, the American League in ERA.
Tied for the league lead in wins with 9.
There he is. Former dirtbag, Long Beach State.
Popped into left center. Catch made by Revere for out number 2. So here's Brandon Moss, who will bat for the first time. How about this? There are 21 strikeouts in the game, only 1 walk. 3 hit batters. Moss, first pitch, right field. That will do it. The Royals' 6-game win streak comes to an end. Angels with a 9-0 victory. Cameron Maybin got things started early. On the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first inning from Jake Junis. Maybin took him deep. One of 3 home runs for the Angels. Their first 2-hitter at home against the Royals since September of 1985.
Albert Pujols tonight, love to see it, still doing it. Moves past Mel Ott, Alex Meyer on the mound, and hey, Kansas City get going again tomorrow.
So many heroes for the Angels. Only 2 hits for the Royals. For Eric Karros and our entire crew, this is Kenny Albert saying so long from Anaheim. The final score once again, the Angels 9, the Royals nothing. We'll send you up the freeway to our LA studios for more post-game coverage with Kevin Burkhardt and Nick Swisher right after these messages.